Welcome to CSL TV, and I just hope you guys are having a beautiful, blessed day. Now, if you're new to the channel, this is just a review, a reaction, and informational channel. Hopefully the informational part help you and someone out, and we're just gonna watch some videos and talk about them. And if you've been rocking with your boy, I just gotta say thank you so much for rocking with me, for watching me. You could be watching somebody else's videos, but you decide to rock with CSL TV. So with that being said, I don't want to make this intro too long. Let's get it. Oh, and y'all have a beautiful, blessed day.
The Barbie movie is a preachy feminist screed about taking down the patriarchy.
Feminists are taking over a doll they never really liked in the first place and using it as a Trojan horse to teach girls daddy is really a dummy or a domineering idiot.
The entire movie is instead about how men are evil and terrible.
There's a certain segment of the American population that is threatened by the very notion of critically examining traditional patriarchal binary gender conformity. And that was on full display in right-wing media with the release of the Barbie film. Men who are like so dour and so angry about this and claim that this is a male-bashing festival and it's horrible. I mean, that gives you some great insight into the level of both the consciousness of those men and the level of security that they have within themselves.
This is an assault on not just Ken, but all men.
The caricature is that somehow we live in a zero-sum world where if women advance, somehow men get pushed aside, or men are harmed if women are successful. I reject that kind of simple-minded thinking. To the extent that women can be full human beings, men benefit dramatically from that. You could say that it's anti-male if you understand men as identified with a really traditionalist, patriarchal understanding of the world. And so, yeah, it does subvert the traditional idea of men are in control of everything, women are objects and arm candy for successful men, and women know their place, and men are the ones who are the actors, and women are the ones who are the acted upon.
They think that they are preaching empowerment by making men look weak and dumb.
If that is what she is trying to convey, that men are either idiots or bigots or sad, I'm just not interested, because I would like to raise my son to be a strong man.
To be strong as a man means you have the ability to be introspective, to think about your unfair advantage if that's what you have. I think it's standing up for people who are being marginalized, who are being bullied. Strong men believe that everybody should be treated with respect and dignity, and strong men have the ability to laugh at themselves. It's a complete misread of the Barbie film and of feminism to think that somehow opening up space for this conversation and opening up space for men to be more fully realized human beings is somehow unfair to men or anti-male, when it is literally the opposite. The film actually satirically and with humor shows that there's a real downside to that sort of traditional idea of patriarchal culture for men as well as for women and others. Like, for example, the way it dealt with violence and how the men resolved what they saw as a conflict through violence. And I think this is all like a metaphor for the real world, what's really happening in the real world. There's an awful lot of men out there who are not happy with the status quo, who look around at, mass shootings, which are overwhelmingly committed by men. How many men are just hurting themselves and others? How many men are emotionally and relationally challenged on such fundamental levels? There's so much sadness and loneliness among men, the mental health issues. If men would start thinking about that, feminism has been thinking about this and providing explanations for this in how patriarchal culture works for 50 years, then they would start standing with these women and saying, we need to change this. We need to struggle with them, not against them. I don't think we need to be silent about this anymore. I think there's millions of people out there who are living their lives, including millions of men who know all of this is true. I don't think we've heard from them enough. And I think that one of the great things about this film is that it gives us the opportunity to have these conversations.
Now listen to this about the Barbie stuff. I guess it is quite interesting to hear how some people can be afraid, of what this is empowering, which I think everybody should love to be empowered and to have some type of skill or something that you can say you did it, not as a team, but something you can accomplish. So I don't understand why some people think that somebody should stay in their place type shit. That's just some old Western type living, This is a whole new world we living in. Them type of living, traditional styles is pretty much dead.